The Humboldt Box is a futuristic museum structure on the Schloßplatz in the center of Berlin, Germany. It was built as a temporary exhibition space and viewing platform for the Humboldt Forum construction project and to inform the public about its future use. Description: the futuristic five-story building in the center of Berlin, complete with terraces and a rooftop restaurant overlooking the Lust Garden, is 28 meters high and has an area of 3,000 square meters. It opened on the 29th of June 2011 and welcomed its 100,000th visit 50 days later, after completion of the Humboldt Forum. Planned for 2019, the structure is slated to be dismantled. The Humboldt Box features exhibits sponsored by the Friends of the Berlin City Palace and organizations projected to be housed in the future Humboldt Forum, including the Ethnological Museum of Berlin, the Museum of Asian Art, the Prussian Cultural Heritage Foundation, various departments of Humboldt University and the Central and Regional Library of Berlin. One floor of the building also serves as a venue for private events. The Humboldt Box was designed by the architectural firm of KSV Kruger Schubert van Dijk. Background: the Humboldt Box was built as an information center about plans for a future palace, a viewing platform for its construction site, and a temporary exhibition space for the future tenants. The idea came from a similar structure at Potsdamer Platz, the visitor box on stilts, which stood at the site of a large construction project from 1995 to 2001. Hoping to repeat the success of the bright red box on stilts, which served as an information center and attracted some 9 million visitors. The Friends of the Berlin City Palace and the supporters proposed the Humboldt Box to win the hearts of Berliners to the costly and ambitious plan to rebuild the Stadtschloss, used by Hohenzollern Prussian kings and German emperors. The Imperial Palace suffered extensive damage in World War II and was razed in 1950 by the East German government. The project to rebuild stalled in 2008 amid political and financial disputes. The new city palace has since been proposed as an extension of the Berlin State Museums and Humboldt University, with modern interiors, but facades and domes resembling the former Imperial Palace. Renamed Humboldt Forum, the new plan has gained political support and funding. However, the Humboldt Box itself is in private ownership, as neither the federal government nor the Berlin Senate wanted to finance it. The company Megaposter was awarded the contract for construction of the Humboldt Box in September 2009, with the financing secured through a future advertising revenue. To do this, the fences around the construction site of the new Berlin City Palace would be hired as advertising space. To some controversy, the City Palace plans have since been formally approved by the Berlin Senate. The new palace, called the project of a century, once estimated at €550 million, is now expected to cost nearly €600 million. Criticism and praise. The Humboldt Box concept has been criticized, especially after postponement of construction of the Humboldt Forum. It has been called an ugly block with the charm of a dumpster. Thomas Fliel, urban development spokesman for Die Linke Party, feared the box could evolve into a monument to failure. The newspaper Die Tage Zeitung described the box as the most useless building in the city and criticized the vague financing. Alfred Grazioli, professor of architecture, criticized the planners as being too insensitive to handle the historical site. Hermann Parzinger, president of the Prussian Cultural Heritage Foundation, which sponsors exhibitions in the Humboldt Box, pointed out, however, that the capital can now finally see what it looks like from the Humboldt Forum. Various quarters also criticized the building's architecture, height and location at the very apex of the boulevard into Den Linden, stating that the street seems cordoned off with this construction and the view of the Berlin Cathedral is partially obstructed. The Tagesspiegel called it an architectural monster in galactic proportions. However, after it opened, World Compact summed up the box. A building like this in the center of town, with its asymmetric cubism and bright turquoise color scheme, will naturally provoke criticism, but the public will certainly be quite enthusiastic.